Tinseltown with Ms. Meliz. I'm Melissa Reyes, and I'm happy to have with me Pauline Barrett-Jones and Keyara Fleece. Welcome, ladies. Hey, so we're just getting started, and this is such a thrill for me to have another life coach, and who has now Keyara is. I'm calling you a life coach. Besides the entrepreneur, what are we calling yourself? A motivational speaker?
Yes. I'm a entrepreneur. I'm a podcaster. All those things. I definitely want futurepreneur. I like to say.
Okay.
But I do coach. I life coach. Any words you can put.
Well, I have to come up with some colorful words because your new venture, your new brand, and blog name and podcast that you're going to be launching has the F word in it. So it's called You're Effin' Amazing, and it's really, so what's behind?
And my target audience is like 25-year-olds, so it's kind of normal anyway. But the reason it came out is because I don't know, that title kept coming to me intuitively. I'm not lying. I was like, I don't know, that just seems like a little much. I was really afraid of it. And then finally I was just like, everybody I told, who was, someone who would consume it was like, yeah, yeah. They were like, this is awesome. So I know it's going to get people off of their seats. And that's the whole point of it. It's to inspire people into action today towards your dreams.
That's really cool.
I was like, go with it then.
So, would you tell me what you do for fun?
What's
your hobby?
Gosh, I read a lot, but it's so weird because I just like to do a lot of things. I'm so out there. I'm one of those people that people are like, what is wrong with you? So my fun is just jumping in a car and driving to DC or meeting random people, like other people who travel a lot. So I'll jump in a random car. Well, my car, and I'll go to stay in a hostel in DC. I'll jump in my car and go and drive to DC and stay in a hostel I love, no matter how much my budget is, hostels are great for me right now because there's just so many people my age who are from, last time I was in a dinner with people, no one was born in the same country. 10 languages were spoken among all the people at the table, and that's where I love to be. Like, I go back to that moment all the time, and I'm like, this is the kind of people I want to be around. And so that's fun for me, just meeting people.
That's cool.
Stuff like this, meeting people.
Well, I love your energy. You, I don't know, it was unusual for me. Since then, I've had a few more people reach out to me, but that was a first when you sent me the email asking me to talk about being a life coach and doing what I do, and that was a huge affirmation, and it made me feel really good, and I wanted you to know, and that's why I'm glad that I have you on my show, so thank you.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
But you got to, the people before you, that's who you learn from.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at my book, Keyara, but that's really what my blog had been about when I started, and talked about my journey and learning about what I was passionate about and getting through the grieving process because I lost my parents and my sister in a very short amount of time over the course of a few years when my kids were little, and it just was going through so much. And I found that becoming a life coach was just so life-affirming for me, my process, and then being able to connect with other people and so many who are going through the same things. Not everybody has a talent that they've always had to fall back on and to grow with. We have to search for what it is. And so it's a real valuable lesson. So thank you. I'm not here to tell you all about my life, but since we're all new to getting to know each other, it's kind of cool, huh? Kind of cool. So let's see. So what are you? Keyara, what are you most passionate about? Because Pauline was telling me what she's most passionate about as far as her writing and her life's work, and she really has written a lot about female identity, and having the opportunities in life that we have now. So we want to hear what you have to say about where you're going in your life and what you're most passionate about.
Oh, okay.
What's your
I guess
message?
right now I'm super crazily passionate about entrepreneurship. I live and breathe it whenever I'm not at work because I do have a full-time job as a preschool teacher. So I don't curse most of the time. Just self-love is where it all came from. That's what I started with. I like to coach people and talk about loving yourself as you are, and because I was always a person I've always been obsessed with personal development. I used to just, if it wasn't a personal
Can you hear
development
her,
book, I didn't
Pauline?
want it. I love self-love, and I wish more people would care for themselves and take care of who they are. I think that it would make the world way better place if we just stop worrying about everyone else and worry about yourself and love yourself, because it's so hard for other people to come in and help you and love you when you think you're a horrible person, when you think that you're someone who needs to be fixed. And then how are they supposed to convince you when you're telling yourself that all day long? So that's what I'm passionate about.
You said, I love that you talk about self-acceptance, but not only that, you like to inspire people to use what they have and listen to themselves. And you talk about intuition being a powerful tool. And these are concepts that I am, still, as old as I am, I'm still embracing. Okay, so my point about asking you your age is to tell you how honored I am and how happy I am to know somebody is embracing that, because those are hard lessons to learn. That self-acceptance is probably one of the most difficult thing for a person to truly embrace.
It is.
And to be totally open to not succumbing to the judgment of others is huge. So I commend you, and I'd love for you to to tell me how you intend to help people come to that realization with your brand.
Well, through my podcast right now, it is not even launching until December, but it's supposed to bring people who are, not bring them down, but kind of dissect what makes amazing people amazing, and just brings them to everyone's level. When I hear them talking to me, I'm just, I'm going to be completely transparent about the fact that I'm just some little preschool teacher from from Virginia, and I'm talking to all these amazing people, and they talk to me just like, we're sitting right across from each other, and you can do that too, because you're amazing too. And so there'll be more components to it where I challenge them to, do more for themselves. And since that's the whole purpose of it, or premise of it, the entrepreneurs will be helping me with that. The entrepreneurs and the authors and everyone will be helping me with that, saying, yes, I do believe, because these people that I talk to, I don't go and talk to people who don't believe that. So, so they're like, oh yeah, no, never mind, she's wrong, I'm better than you. So
Well, so you're
that's one
talking to
way.
people who have succeeded in business, or who have found what they're passionate about, and then in their journey they're sharing about how self-acceptance and self-love has helped them, and that's going to inspire people who aren't there yet. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of. I mean, they don't have to. Some of the questions I ask will lean to that. Like I ask, what makes a person beautiful? We might not talk directly about self-love or care or anything like that, but I do. It is a twinge of self-acceptance, because the intro and those kind of things, I talk about how these people, before you even listen to this, these people are just like you. And I want you to know this, that you can have what they have, and use this as education and inspiration. And then we get into the interview. So it's not every time the same thing will play. This is not, these people are not above you. These people are just like you. You need to use this. They're just a couple steps ahead of you. Follow them and, get to where they're at. And so that's what I want to continually say over and over. And hopefully, if some people will be like, no, you're wrong. But the people who believe me will make some progress, because it starts here. We have to, every person who's done something amazing had to be that crazy lunatic to everyone for a little bit. They had to be like, have a story idea, and they had to talk about this random story that didn't exist. They had to talk about computers and these things that never existed. Why would you think that you could fly? Why would you think that, you can package little Reese's cups or whatever? I don't know. They had to be crazy. And I just want people to know that if you're crazy,
I mean, how could we survive without that? It's my feeling that we are all superstars. You guys, you two are rock stars at what you each do in your life, and you inspire. And I just want to highlight the real life rock stars who are in our own lives. Like I could really tap into, and I've been pushed to tap into interviewing celebrities, but I want to take all the time necessary to really speak with the celebrities in my life who've touched me, who are the real rock stars. So that's why everybody should have their 10 minutes in Tinseltown. Everybody should have their chance to shine. So here's your chance to shine. So one thing that people ask celebrities about all the time is where they hang out and where their favorite Hollywood hotspot is. So that's why I want to know, you, Keyara, what's your hotspot that you where you hang out, where you think is where all the 25-year-olds hang out?
I'm not so cool. I stay at home all the time. I'm not like at work. But no, last time I was in D.C., someone took me to, HN Pizza, and it's named after the street. So I think the other ones are, that one was on 8th Street, but it's a franchise. So I think they have like something else in pizza. But it has like a philosophy, like a kind of love philosophy, and it says things about love on the boxes, and it's like maybe like a Chipotle / Subway type place for pizza. So you go through and you tell them what you want on the pizza, and they make it in front of you. It has like very fresh ingredients, and it's so innovative. That's why I liked it so much. So I would say there. It had a little trendy vibe to it.
Well, that sounds great. You can't go wrong with pizza. I mean, you could eat pizza. Twitter spirits, how I've been communicating with you both. And Pauline is at Pauline B. Jones. And Keyara is at You're Effin' Amazing. So luckily it's actually, the clean way.
Because the other one it doesn't fit.
But don't open it at work because the screen says the whole word. It's so awesome. Okay, so now it's time for me to take my selfie. Selfie time, okay? Because I'm totally into the selfies. I'm so happy with my little cards. It's exciting. All right. So yeah, like Ms. Meliz is on Instagram too. So we have to do our Instagram picture, and it's always just so much fun. So both of you can smile. I'm going to turn around a little bit, get the over the shoulder. That's cute. Look at that. Oh, wow. I look great. You guys see both of you back there. Okay, so I'm going to put that up on Facebook. Okay, so is there anything else that you'd like to share with me? Tell me about how you can inspire other people to do what you do. Pauline, what's your advice for new authors who want to self-publish? And Keyara, tell me what's your advice for someone who wants to start, a blog or a podcast or a new business? What is your pearl of wisdom to share with all the rock stars out there? Pauline?
I would just say it's a wonderful time to be a writer. When I started, we didn't have a lot of options. You only could go try to get an agent. I had two and try to get with a big publisher. And I ended up with 5 or 6 publishers. And I'm so excited to be in charge of my writing and my business and to be picking the people who do my editing and do my covers. It's just a really, really great time to be a writer, and be brave, go for it. If people have questions, check me on Twitter, ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them.
Oh, that's so nice. That's really cool. And you are very giving and helpful on social media and through Triber and Twitter and on your blog. You mention a lot of other blogs and you help to promote other people, and I just think that is so important. And how about you, Keyara? What is the advice that you would give to someone who wants to start a business or program?
Well, first, can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. Well, first, I just wanted to say, Pauline, I think it's so cool that you were traditionally published and then you went to self-publishing, which says a lot about self-publishing. I think that's really cool. But as my advice to someone who's wanting to start is just to start. You just have to. Someone I was interviewing earlier today, she was just like, stop planning. Not that there's anything wrong with the plan, but stop procrastinating and just go and do something. If you want to do something, you'll learn. You'll figure it out, and you'll learn really quickly what's wrong and what's right. So go do something with your life. Stop being afraid. Stop listening to people who say you're crazy, because you are, and they're even crazier for not doing things that are fun with their life. So you only get a certain amount of years. I could die tomorrow, and and my poor little 24-year-old self, and then I want to enjoy all my time. So everyone needs to do the same thing. Enjoy your time. You might not get that many years, so don't wait. So that's what I say.
What's stopping you? Yeah. Gosh, I love your energy. That is fantastic, and it's so true. It's just, I wish, I don't know, what was I thinking when I was your age, and worrying so much about pleasing other people. I was so concerned about doing what was right. And I didn't become empowered until the last 5 or 6 years, where I felt like, hey, what I want, what makes me happy is what's right. And so, and still thinking in the back of my mind, this would make my mom so proud. Which is great. It's great to make other people proud, but you know what? It makes me proud. I'm happy with what I'm doing. And that's what I want people to learn. So, shameless plug time. How can people connect with you who want to maybe be in your program?
Okay, yeah, so as you're effing amazing, except it's all spelled out, no effing.
Oh, not awesome.
And not awesome. No, well, it's easy to go back and forth. But so that's my newest project. It'll be launching in December. But you can follow me on Twitter at You're Effing Amazing if you want to just be in touch with what's going on. So,
and stay tuned, right? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just living my life. Doing my thing.
That's. Keyara, do you read any kind of non-fiction books? I mean, fiction books like that? My book's non-fiction, but do you read steampunk, romance, mystery, comedies?
Well, no, I mean, honestly, I like everything. I love getting into just somewhere else, being somewhere else. But I really like science fiction and things that are unrealistic, things that are just, not going to happen. I like that kind of, and action, and women doing crazy action things, like fighting people and shooting people. I love it.
I would say we're probably the three most passive people who would never go out and hurt anybody, but we all like that. Isn't that interesting?
I love it.
I love like Charlie's Angels, you know, and I like the new ones where they just are so badass and they could just, you know, just knock anybody out. Really, love that. I love that action and stuff. But I like the damsel in distress too, because I have to keep going back to the Spy Who Kissed Me, because she just like melts. She's like, "Oh, come save me!"
Like, oh. I do stronger characters later who do some kicking butt.
Well, I can, you know, in Keyara, I can really identify with your saying "just do it" kind of attitude, because that's how I started this podcast. I don't know if you've ever heard of Alicia Lawrence, but she's a really great life coach too, and she wanted to interview me for her podcast, and I said, "Oh, I've always wanted to have a podcast. You know, that sounds so cool." She's like, "Why don't you? Why don't you? Why can't you start now? What's stopping you?" And I'm like, I didn't have an answer.
In true life coach fashion.
And that challenge resonated so much with me. By the end of the week, I started it, and that night I named it, and it was born, and it was just like she was like my, you know, doula or something. It was really cool. So anyway, I just want to thank you both for being with me tonight, and thanks to all the guests and visitors that we had online silently watching, and all of Pauline's family, and Keyara's bird and her brother. And, so now it's time to rock it out, ladies. This has been 10 Minutes in Tinseltown. Thank you to my guests, Pauline B. Jones and Keyara Fleece. And 10 Minutes in Tinseltown, if you want to be on it, just hit me up on 10 Mini TT at Twitter. Thank you. Thank you so much. Awesome. See, I didn't make anybody cry, and nobody died, so we're all good.
We're all good. Thank you so much.
We're all good.
Everybody do your own thing. Love yourself.